What is up, guys? Welcome to my new video, and in today's video I finally have for you Zero to Hero in the War Within Season 2. Meaning that in some time period I want to take my Beast Mastery Hunter from 0 to 2500 rating. Even later on, if I like the spec and everything, we even may try to go for 3000 rating, but that is something that we are going to see in the future. And before I get into this, or before I show you some of the runs that we did and keys that I did this week, I just wanted to say I'm still learning the spec, or at least I was whilst I was recording these dungeons during the first week. And with each one I got better. I watched some guides, I've read stuff, what I need to max, some stats, rotation, how everything needs to look, and so on. Just keep that in mind. But of course, if you have any tips or anything, feel free to leave it in the comments. And I think that is pretty much it. I'm going to upload this now, and the next video is going to come out probably in a week, maybe a tiny bit more, because I won't be home for a week. So in that time I won't be able to record, but I did open the vault, but that is going to be for the part 2 of this video. And with that being said, I really hope that you enjoy this series. Whilst I'm flying, I wanted to show you my current gear on the Hunter. As you can see, pretty much everything is from the last season, except of course the ring, but I do need to get a socket for it, the last one, and trinket and my gun. Why? Because I did work quests and got them. I actually did that last week, so I don't have recording of that, but this is pretty much the starting gear and the starting point where we are currently. And finally, time for our first dungeon. This one I actually joined because I had a key that was level 3. Actually, the first dungeon was Rookery 2, but I don't know why I didn't record it. And you can just see how this key went. The tank overpulled, we died like 20 times. Repair costed me like 900 gold. Like, do these people have an idea how expensive this is? And you can all guess how it's going to end. Of course, by whole party fucking leaving. I feel bad for the man that used his key, but you know, that is how most of the time it goes if you just wipe at the start. And here you can actually see my key. I skipped right to the first boss because nothing happened, and I still have no fucking idea how this shit works. Like, how do I deliver these drinks to them so this happy hour phase stops? And here you can see me struggling and feeling like an idiot, but thankfully my group was pretty good and they knew what they were doing, so we managed to get through that. Apart from that, the boss was going pretty easily down, like nothing too much to worry about except these fighting circles, but as you can see, they are not moving fast and they are not so big, so they are quite easy to dodge. The boss went down, and yeah, as I want to say, I'm doing commentary after. I'm thinking about doing it while I play, but I'll have to see a bit more about that. Apart from that, we went on to clear all of the mobs. I mean, you have to clear them to summon the second boss. And as you are going to see, it's going pretty easily, nothing too much to see here or do except kill the ads and not to let them get to the boss. Then kited him pretty well, and we also used our utility to get the ads away from it whilst we went on to kill them. If you see me using explosive trap above kill command, it's because I'm stupid, and maybe that's the whole reason why I'm playing BM Hunter, but trust me, I've seen even worse than me. And yeah, I realized I'm not supposed to do that, but this was pretty much at the start. So as I said in the intro, I'm still getting better, and I think I got pretty much a lot better, as you are going to see in the last run. Well, maybe not a lot better, but surely there was some progress. Last boss, nothing too hard. Maybe these barrels do look a bit chaotic, but it's all pretty easy to finish. We got the key, we got +1, pretty decent in my opinion, and of course we didn't get any loot. I don't know, if you expected loot, welcome to my channel, we don't get shit here. Next key was the Motherlode 4. I actually tried Motherlode 0 the day season released, and let me tell you, I didn't record it, but it ended in a disaster. We couldn't get past the second boss. And just look at this here. I didn't record the start. We have 13 deaths if I can see right, because like in the recording the screen is smaller. And just look what is going to happen until we finish this pack. 13 deaths were of course not from the boss, because boss is not that hard, you just need to kick the balls back to him. It's just that the first packs, I think tank actually overpulled, I'm pretty sure, and that is what caused so many wipes. But I have to say, I kinda don't like these packs, they are pretty chaotic, and you can see the deaths now. And you can already guess that we aren't going to time this key. But second boss went down pretty easily, I have to say, there weren't any problems. And yeah, then we made our way to the third boss. Third boss also, I have to say, I did play in Battle for Azeroth, so I do remember this, but of course I did look a guide up because I kinda forgot it. But it's extremely easy and nothing complicated. At least at level 4, we are going to see with time in these next few weeks as we go on to do much higher keys, hopefully 10 plus keys. We are going to see if the boss is going to get any harder or not, but I'm pretty sure it's going to stay the same. And I actually went on to speed this footage and not to skip it, because I'm not sure if this is the right tactic, but Tank basically, after this pool, he went on to just run to the top. And I'm not sure if mines or these following mines, if they spawn anyway, or do they just spawn once you step on them. Like, that I didn't understand, but this part was very, very chaotic, but we managed to pull through without any deaths, as you are going to see in the second. Of course, I did almost die, but thankfully to all of my defensives, I managed to survive. Like here, nothing much to see, me falling low HP most of the time. Thankfully he did stop here, so he got a small break. But apart from that, here he went on to pull the last few mobs. I mean, that is what you are supposed to do, of course, just 2 mobs. But these fucking bombs were really annoying, and you can see I dropped to a 1% HP there. But somehow I lived. I even popped a potion and everything, boss went down, but the time was over, like we were 1 minute late, something like that. And of course, no loot. Since the key depleted, next one was the Operation Mechagon, level 3. Here also, I really have to say, like you're going to see through the video, but all of my keys, not a single one got depleted. I know they are pretty low and so on, like I understand that, but still. And I also don't understand, a lot of range players don't actually use, when he's doing venting flames, they don't use the time to actually go on and DPS until he starts casting, but they rather hide straight away, which I don't quite understand, because you have like 3 seconds more to DPS since you are ranged and you are already going to position yourself at the box. Here we actually didn't get detected by the bots. I think one player did, I'm not sure which one, was it Paladin or Rogue? But apart from that, we actually went through this quite nicely, and looking at this footage now, why didn't I speed it up? That is a good question that I do not have the answer for. But as you can see, third boss also fell down. I didn't show you the part where I got hit by these spinning blades like 3 times in a row. It tilted me, trust me, a lot. But this pack like gave me a disease. Like this, I don't want to swear, we want to be family friendly on this channel, but these disgusting mobs, like I do not understand. Like you need to dodge everything. They are constantly building these shields up. I almost fell down because of my disengage. Maybe you can't fall down, but I don't know, I don't want to try it, trust me. But somehow I sped this footage like 2.7 times. And still, it's so long, it's insane. And this key was actually looking pretty good, as it's going to be a +2, at least I thought, until you see what is going to happen next. And no, we did not wipe, but rather Tank DC'd. And he DC'd for a good minute. And we did the dungeon, and I actually got boots. imagine, but they weren't better than mine. They did have haste, which at the time I didn't know I needed, but they were still much worse than mine. And being the family-friendly player that I am, I asked players if they needed. They didn't, so I disenchanted it. I went on to do Theater of Pain. I joined someone's key, a +2, I just want to try the dungeon out. It's not as bad as I remember from Shadowlands, and we actually got the ring. Once again, the ring that is useless, as the stats are useless and much lower item level than mine. Then I went on to do my key, which was the Rookery, level 4, and just look what happens. Like, I don't need to say anything. But I am, since if I don't, it's going to be a dead silence. No pets, so I summon the pets. I enrage them, but they won't get down. It's like, they won't, so I jump down and I die instantly. At that point, like that was the first dungeon of the day. I just came home from work and I went on. Died first second, like I was so tilted. I wanted to drop the F-bomb once again, but I didn't. That deserves a like. First boss went down, second boss went down, also extremely easy. Like, these dungeons do not seem hard at all, but I guess time will tell. But I mean, for the start of the season they are pretty easy, and I guess maybe I got players that actually know how to play the game, which is also not very hard. Went on to clear these mobs and, as you know, jumped down to the final boss, which also went down pretty easily. I mean, if everyone stands near the crystals that he spawns, like, this dungeon is just, I don't know, super easy. Some annoying packs, but apart from that, everything is pretty decent. We actually got a chest plate, but it was a pretty decent one actually, since I had a 606 item level. And this is the highest key that we did all week, level 6, Operation Floodgate. Now, if you've seen my last video, or not last, but I think one before, you could see that I did not have very much luck with Operation Floodgate. And I'll just let you here look at this and tell me what is wrong. I'll give you 2 seconds. Yeah, you might wondering, why is my DPS so shit? And why ain't I using multi-shot? Well, let me tell you something. Last night I raided up until 3 AM. And I hope my girlfriend does not watch this. And I actually forgot to switch my talents. They are all single target. And as I found out the harder way, you cannot switch your talents in Mythic Plus. So that was pretty good to know, since I'm doing the lowest DPS, of course apart from the healer, but I won't count him as he's the healer. But just look at these pools. And me not having any AoE or whatsoever, since I had to use Call of the Wild on the boss, since he also has ads. And let's be real, the boss is much more important than the ads. I'm not sure if I had the bear here, but when you get bear from your kill command, your actually Cobra shot is AoE. But it's still not even close enough as to Beast Cleave, which I could have had with my multi-shot, but I'll let you just look through this further. Then we went on, made our way to the second boss. The run was going flawlessly up until this point. He already had no mana, tank pool he didn't see. And at this point I look over at his mana, it's like 70%. But whenever the boss casts this big bada boom, I always think of The Sopranos. I don't know if anyone watched it, but that is always on my fucking... Oh man, I dropped the bomb. That is always on my mind. And just, I sped this boss up, I didn't skip him. Just look how flawlessly we did this. Apart from the paladin, but let's be real, all paladins have some sort of disability. But who am I to say, since I'm playing the BM Hunter, which legit has 4 buttons, and if you can press them in correct order, you're going to be number 1 DPS, maybe number 2. Like, I don't know what this warrior was doing, eating, like he was pumping insane. But trust me, I am not the one to say anything, since this was my key. And as you are going to see, we actually got a +2 here. No, we had like 2-3 deaths, but sadly we missed a pack or something, so we didn't have all of the percent. and we actually went on to finish this. Now what you are not going to see is actually the chest, and I cannot remember if I got anything, but I'm pretty sure I didn't, since I didn't record it. And we got the Dark Flame Cleft level 8, but I actually didn't run that since I had no time, and I thought this was pretty decent for the first week. And here is the tank he is discussing, as he did this 20 times. And I also want to say, like, I got party for this in 10 seconds, legit. That would be all for this video. I really hope you enjoy, and if you have any suggestions, maybe should I keep it like at around 15 minutes mark, or maybe go longer, maybe explain some dungeons better, like not really explain since I don't know them personally that well, but like just go through my gameplay and so on. You can leave it down in the comments. I would love to hear your suggestions, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing, as I'm trying to get to 1000 subs. And that would be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.